Morning, Daryl. Artist in recovery. It's Weaver Genesee, Roseman, California, on the West Coast. It's 2:35 in the morning. I'm still waking up, and it's about another school day for me to get back to college. It's the 6th of November, 2023. I caught your video, and we gotta talk again. Okay, Candace Owens' appalling statement about Native Americans. You should be doing your more thorough history on this one, pal. Even a Google search will tell you something what she was getting onto. Now, being a recovering addict, as you are aware there are certain medications and certain forms of plant life out there that actually do cause hallucinogenic reactions. Psychedelic. Peyote is one of them, and it's up your alley. I was checking out a Los Angeles Times article about 3 years ago online. I got the link in your vids. It's called Why Are Some Native Americans Fighting Efforts to Decriminalize Peyote? It's an interesting read. A lot of the Google hits are talking about peyote, but I wanted to get the Native American version of it, or close to it anyway. And Navajos are having a conniption fit over this one. Candace is linking in the Native Americans, actually the people, so to speak, and the nations, to drug use. And to a point, they may have been right on that one. She may have been right on that one. Peyote was used, if I'm not mistaken, for medicinal purposes through a few tribes who actually do use it for that way. And they do cause hallucinogenic reactions and probably loosen up the body. I don't know if they're medicinally correct or not, but I know there's a hell of a lot of Google hits regarding the medical community regarding peyote, and they're 50-50 on this one. But as for being illegal, well, still is considered as one of the five things under the federal law that is considered illegal and hallucinogenic, and not about to get legalization at this point, including marijuana. But there was also another thing the white men actually introduced to the natives who were still living here before we were. Alcohol. They didn't have their own hooch. But we gave them ours. We gave them alcoholism. Of course, they probably had the damn disease in their systems without knowing about it. Damn stinky bug. So I think you should need to research this one. It's dated March 29th, 2020 by a Louis Sahagun. It's a staff writer, Sahagun. Sahagun. First name's Louis. And read about this one here. See if it catches anything there. As for Miss Candace Owens in her mouth right there, she's going to be trying to capture all the youth she can and blaming like every damn politician out there who's a Trumplicant. Find the blame, but never find a cause and never find solutions. That's their game. They can get people so damn pissed off about it and get them off the damn ladder or structural supports of the pyramid. Going back into political science class, one of them was telling me about the power elite. Those who got the power make all the rules, make all the laws, and cause up all the crap down below. Elitism. So that's what you're looking at is just elitism. She's stirring the pot because she's got her own agenda going, or she's following someone else's agenda that she still wants to kiss someone's ass on. If she's trying to get into an office, she ain't working hard enough. Now, as for the other thing you were talking about, media. You got advertising media out there that keep promoting and marketing, keep promoting stuff that we keep buying on a constant basis. They do it on social media and they do it the old fashioned way, radio and television and print ads. They've been doing that ever since we got the print ads going in the first place. They got to advertise anyway. Papers got to get money from the advertisers. We buy stuff from advertisers. Advertisers pay the newspapers. We get the newspapers. But we get the cycle going. So we're constantly on the cycle. Blame Benjamin Franklin for that crap. Well, he wanted a newspaper, and he got newspaper. In order to feed a newspaper, we have to have advertisers. In order to have advertisers, we need to have product. If we want to buy the product, we need to be advertised in order to know about the product and buy the product, and then the people are the advertisers pay the newspapers. Keep their word out. Welcome to marketing. Welcome to advertising 101. And we also got news media out there too. Again, Benjamin Franklin. Without him and the press, we wouldn't be as informed. We just get the hearsay, and that's about it. So that's what we are right now. Hearsay. Hello. My dog this morning. Come here. Oh, come here, Mama. Come here. I'll make you embarrassed as hell. Come here. Oh, give it a rest. I'll take you outside in a minute. The love of my life, stress of my life, the last family member I actually care about. And he cares about me too, I think. She's stressing out again. This is the mamas. Say hello, mamas. What are you shaking for? What's going on, babe? Okay? Don't tell me you need to go out again. You just peed out there. I should probably just go out again. Underground in this season right now, we got, because of the rainfall we had out here in California, we got overgrowth of weeds. And with the weeds, we got the burrs coming out, and they stick, and they hurt. She gets them in her feet. I get them in my fingers, pulling them out. They hurt. I'm going to have to take her out. Give me a minute. Put you on pause, pal. She's turning into psychotic mud again. She's going to drive me crazy this morning. Yeah, I checked her Candace Owens Wikipedia. She mentions she graduated from high school, but didn't mention what high school. Mentions the college, and that's about it. Mentions she's 35. Well, at least we got that. We got that information up. So she's a conservative. Okay, she's a conservative nut job. Call her a Trumplicant because she likes to deal with the Trumps. She wants to deal with that kind of mentality, so I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. Meanwhile, I still got to get myself together and get things going at this point. I'm not even alive or awake yet, but I'm supposed to be. Again, I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. I've been trying to keep off the damn news this weekend, trying to focus on a project, and then I get nailed again. Well, the channel, the Diary of the Griever, so I get triggered. Yeah, she really did a number job on this, didn't she? Concerning about that. I'm not quite sure why. You're looking around for stuff, and then you found you found it, and then you wanted to go ape on the damn thing. I know, hurts like hell. I don't like the shit they say anyway, but I try not to overreact to them in the first place. Because I'm giving them what they need, a negative attention. Apparently they didn't have enough of it when they were a child. I had the negative attention when I was a child, but I also had positive attention. Only when I was ticking off my mother a great deal did I get the negative attention. In very rare times in the back of the butt. Well, you try using a damn live round, not even knowing if the damn thing's a marker or not. You try marking up someone else's furniture. Let's see how your butt lasts after that one. I was only a stupid kid. What the hell did I know? I was about 6 years older in that time. I didn't know any better. My family and I went over to Rock Springs, Wyoming. Uncle Bob McCary, Aunt Lois. No, I'm sorry, Aunt Alice. And the kids. Oh, the cousins were great. Cousins were great. But what I couldn't deal with, I didn't know what the hell was going on around there. I know we went out there for a Thanksgiving meal. We traveled about 2 or 3 days trying to get over there in the station wagon. So we went over to Utah, through Utah, into Wyoming. And then there was Rock Springs. And they were getting the Casper feed. We were actually able to watch news, and we were actually able to watch a movie. I saw Planet of the Apes. And then right after the Planet of the Apes, we were supposed to be having a Thanksgiving meal. And then everything else turned sour, I guess. Ma and Uncle Bob had a row. We brought Grandma with us. We brought the dogs with us. It was a family affair thing. I screwed it up. I screwed it up, Daryl. Didn't matter. I should have known better. 6-year-old should have some sense in his head, right? What happened? We pack up, head out. We had Thanksgiving dinner at a pizzeria. It was my fault. I didn't know any better. What was the excuse? My mother and my brother kept telling me to stay out of things. I didn't. I didn't listen. You kidding me? Every time we went over to Grandma's house out in Bell when she was living out there, I'd go through things. Was I a kleptomaniac? Probably I was. I was Curious George. No, I was Curious John. I was warned, stay out of this, stay out of that. My brother, stay out of my things. He had the army men, the green army men. Plastic things that you stand up and you could fight your imaginary wars with. You know, if I was a puppy, those things would have been used as chew toys. I destroyed his army men. I lost my brother's Hot Wheels in the snow. It was snowing out there at nighttime. I thought I knew the spot. Buried, because I was going to find buried treasure in the morning. Boy, did I fuck up on that one. Couldn't find his. Man, he was pissed off. Man, he wanted to kill me. His younger brother's destructive bastard. That's what I was. What was it, about 5 or 6, something like that? Yeah, I was a very destructive kid. 8 years difference. My brother wanted to kill me. Not as in exterminating a life. What else would a brother do to his younger brother? I wonder. Be angry, be pissed off, be stressed out like crazy. And Ma, on the other hand, she was the disciplinarian at the time. You get something wrong, I mean, she'd love you like crazy, but she was a very disciplinarian at that point. Especially when I'm at someone else's house, messing around with someone else's stuff in a drawer. And Uncle Bob was a former Navy. He had been in Pearl Harbor when it hit in 1941. He was among two or three relatives we had out there in World War II that came back alive. Uncle Bob had his leg blown off. I think it was on one of the ships that had issues. Issues? Hell, it sunk. I don't know if he was on. I don't know which ship he was on. I don't remember that portion. All I remember, he was out in Pearl Harbor. He was on one of the ships, and he lost a leg in the process. He didn't actually do any fighting. He called me Johnny Gookmahook, the man who made hard water. I had to research that one. I had to research that one. Hard water is white lightning. Johnny Gookmahook was a guy, or a character somewhere, cartoon character. Always hiding his still from the revenuers, federal government, looking to control, during those days, a prohibition of all the liquor out there. And Johnny Gookmahook was created, I suppose, during those days. Johnny Gookmahook, the man that made hot water. Oh, good Lord. I still got that going in my head. Hold on. Gookmahook. Well, that's what he called me, Johnny Gookmahook. I've been trying to find out what the hell was this character he came up with. He told me someday. He told me somehow. I just didn't bother to learn it. But what I was told by my brother when he did talk to him, Johnny Gookmahook did exist as a character, and he made White Lightning. It's the only thing I was talk. That was the only thing I was told about it. Now out here, if we're talking about hard water, dude, we're talking about minerals in the damn thing, and soft water is without the minerals in it. Out here in Antelope Valley, our wells are contaminated enough that we have to use water filters. I've seen the sediment. You boil the hard water long enough in the pan, and you get to see the solidification of the minerals in there. That's why you have to cook, and that's why you have to drink with hard water. But I haven't been doing that. I haven't been doing that in a while. Oh, I've been cooking with this shit. I've been drinking. Dog and I have been drinking the water. I've been drinking the water into my coffee. But when it comes down for purification water from my machine, that's where I use the filters at. That's where I use the filters at. So I suppose if they're going to be doing an examination on me after I'm dead and open up my brain, maybe they'll find some minerals pouring out of my cranium or something. Who knows? But that's my uncle. He had his wooden leg he had for so many years. And I kept messing around with it. I kept hiding it from him. I made it into a game. He didn't mind. I was playing with him. He knew I was playing it with him. It drove Mom crazy. John, will you stop messing around with your uncle's leg? Shit. That was worse than anybody else. My brother had his own damn issues, where my mother kept calling him the nut, and I'm the one with the bad heart. People would ask my mother, "How you boys doing, Marianne? Which one? The nut or the one with the bad ticker?" And they get pissed off about it. They get pissed off about that one. She told them plain and simple, which one? The one who's a nut and the one who's got the bad ticker. Which one? Let's just say that after I was born, no, not after that, around that time, somewhere around those few years, that Dave had emotional issues. Dave had emotional issues. Uh, it was a crazy time during that time. I mean, Ma had gotten divorced from his father, and Dave was 8 years older than I am, about 7.5, nearly 8 years. Different fathers, one mother. Had to divorce the first first guy. He was a drunkard, beat the shit out of Ma. Ma beat the shit out of him and got a divorce. They'd only been with each other for about a few years, just enough to have my brother and try to secure a family life. Dave had to be raised for about 3 or 4 years, I think, roughly, out in Bell with the girls. So they got close, and Aunt Rainey and Uncle George wanted to adopt David, but Ma said no. I'm trying to get a secured foothold over here in San Fernando Valley, get a job, get a place living, and then I want my brother, and then I want my son. She had to fight the family, trying to get my brother back. She got him back, but my brother was so damn confused why things had to happen that he was acting out. He was angry. Why did Ma abandon him and he was stuck with Aunt Rainey and Uncle George? He thought they were mother and dad. His own dad, his own biological, was out in Texas, still smarting from that divorce. He goes out and marries another woman and has more kids. How's that grab you? Mine, on the other hand, said hit and run, disappeared, and never seen again. You're talking about lifelong resentments at this point here, my friend. You're probably wondering where the hell I'm going on this damn shit. I'm going somewhere. As I finish up the coffee. My brother got into certain shit. He was in trouble mentally. He was in trouble. He was confused as hell. He was angry as hell. He was presented to a shrink, and it said, "Marianne, you have got to get him some help now." Court systems got involved. My brother got into a special program to help him out for about a year and a half, and then asked for inpatient and outpatient afterwards. And Ma had to go through classes on how to deal with him too. They both needed it. After I come out, Dave had to have a little bit of a handle on himself because now he's responsible. Now he's big brother. Hell of a thing to put on a kid, especially when he was still having emotional issues himself. And then I come along and being a pain in the ass. God. Oh, Lord Almighty. How the hell he ever dealt with me throughout his lifetime, I'll never know. He had to have the patience of Job dealing with me, and not to mention the wisdom of Solomon. He sure as hell wasn't Shazam, that's for damn sure. But somehow he felt this was his brother. I gotta take care of him, regardless of whatever hell I feel or think about. He's my responsibility. He was my shield for nearly everything. But then again, I'd get it anyway from David. Read from my own big brother. You see, I don't have to worry about anybody else with their own mental illness at this point over here. Everyone else is crazy. I'm the sane one. Especially if I'm going to be dealing with someone who's going to say, well, we need to say something about these people over here. Well, we got to do another video about that one, and I got to make it shorter because I got to get breakfast going on.